short for stormtrooper?
What's up, my friends? It is Stormy, of course, and welcome back to the Sith Relic Room. Well, as you guys can tell, the dark side energy is running high once again, and that's because we're talking about the one and only Supreme Leader Snoke. So, over the course of my Snoke videos, I've talked about a lot of different theories, but mostly it's been about his identity. Who is Snoke? What does he mean to the First Order and to Kylo Ren? But there's still one thing that I want to know about Snoke, and that is, what does the title Supreme Leader actually mean? Does it pertain to the dark side, or is it simply a title given to him by the First Order? And if so, what is the dark side's role in this new film? Well, now I'd like to present to all of you a theory that I like to call the Rule of None, which suggests that Snoke fully recognizes that the dark side is the only true power in the universe. Whenever we talk about the Sith or the Lords of the Dark Side, we have always seen two dynamics, the Rule of Two and the Rule of One. Both practices are drastically different, upholding beliefs that represented different aspects of leadership over the dark side. But what both have in common is one master, a physical person that maintains status as the leader or the one true Sith. However, what if now, 30 years down the timeline, the dark side and the students of the dark side have taken on a different meaning completely, and do not believe in a master of any kind? Every Sith that came before the other believed they were the most powerful in some way. But even Sidious spent most of his time searching for the source of dark side energy, which obviously suggests that there is a higher power to the dark side, a whole other level to discover. But perhaps it's not something that can be physically manifested. It's not able to take on a human form. It's merely a very powerful energy that exists and penetrates the galaxy. And the Sith, they have always drawn on this energy, made a claim on it. They use it to grow stronger and justify their godlike positions. But how does the dark side itself feel about all of this? Does it feel? And how has it reacted all of this time to the Sith controlling it? Now, we all know that the dark side and the light side both have players in the game, if you will, and the Force wants these special people to utilize it to change the fate of the galaxy. But what if one side, say the dark side, felt it was being taken advantage of? Do I mean that it had its feelings hurt? No, of course not, but think about how much power has been attained through its use, almost endless, and perhaps it was this very unhinged abuse of the Force that eventually led every Sith to their demise. They were just too strong, so the Force had to rebalance itself. So with this in mind, is there a way to beat this? To overcome the Force? Let's look at the dark side from another angle. What if the dark side had no master? What if, in this new school of the dark side, in this new trilogy, they don't recognize a physical leader in that regard, meaning that Snoke only holds this title of Supreme Leader for status in the First Order, but only within those ranks? Of course, we know Darkseid's secrets run much deeper, so in reality, Snoke could simply be a representative of the dark side, not a master or an emperor, but some kind of a dark side prophet, one who understands the dark side of the Force in the same way that Yoda understood the light side. And this way, without self-preservation, leadership over the dark side, you don't offend or take advantage of that energy. Another great comparison to better understand this way of thinking is the Grey Jedi. The Grey Jedi distanced themselves from formal training, claiming that there is no dark side, there is no light side, there is only the Force and their belief in it. It is possible that Snoke has evolved the dark side into this exact method of thinking, only believing in the energy and the wisdom that you can take from it, yet never claiming power or status over it. They remain one with the energy itself. Now, with all of this discussion, it sounds like I'm talking about the Force as a living, breathing energy. And that's because I am, and that's because it is. What this means is that Snoke could be part of a larger shadow council of people and figures just like him, a collection of dark side followers who recognize the dark side itself as the one true power in the galaxy, and they are merely ambassadors, overseers, and advisors to the First Order. It could also mean that there is no council, and Snoke is the only one who discovered the source of dark side energy that Sidious was looking for. And many have theorized before that that's why he looks the way he does, because he's been infested and deformed by this powerful energy. So much so that it has also infused him with infinite wisdom. Everyone around him recognizes him as this supreme wise leader. However, to Snoke, his new rule never invades ownership over the source of the dark side, and this is something that the First Order could never understand. Only the true masters can understand the power you can attain when you work with the dark side, not rule over it. So now I want to hear from all of you. What do you guys think about the ideas in this theory? We've seen the rule of two. We've seen the rule of one. Could we now see the rule of none, a system where only the dark side exists without a formal leader? It is strange to think about, but that's why I turned the discussion over to all of you. Let's get the conversation going. And as always, until next we meet, stay in a galaxy far, far away.